Well, here we are on the North Loop Trail. We're going to hike up to Mummy Springs today and look at fall colors. Hit the trailhead, and we're going to start our hike right now. 52 degrees this morning. No wind. Partly cloudy skies. Great visibility. Perfect day for a nice walk in the hills. I think we're about 8,400 feet here at the trailhead. And I think we peak out at about 10,100 in the saddle before we descend down to the springs. Parking at the trailhead's a little limited, especially on a beautiful weekend. And there are no restrooms. So if you need to go potty, you use the restroom with the $1 million view. Had some pretty good storms up here yesterday. Dirt is moist. Don't really think it gets muddy up here, but it's nice to have the moist dirt with good traction, no dust. Ideal conditions this morning. Alright, we're on this beautiful little plateau. We're getting into the bristle cones. Love me some bristle cones. And I got a glimpse of the aspen grove over by Mummy Spring. Looks pretty good. We're headed and up just below those aspens. There's a big aspen grove. You can't quite see it. But that's where we're headed. Lots of switchbacks. Nothing crazy steep. But it's constant climb, that's for sure. Gorgeous trail though. Not only the scenery, of course, but the quality of the hiking trail. Just insanely good. No erosion. Well thought out and executed. Said it before, but this blows me away. It's a half hour from such a big city. Right now, I don't hear a single human sound. When you get just over 2 miles in the trail from the trailhead, reach this spot. The official North Loop Trail goes that way, and there's also I think they call them user trails or something. Don't know if they're sanctioned or not. They get a lot of traffic, so I'm not bashful about hiking on them. But There's a user trail that goes up over the crest of this little ridge. It's nice, something different. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to stick on the North Loop Trail. But a little more elevation. And you end up at the same spot. You either go up over a ridge. But we're going this way. It's kind of it for the switchbacks for a while. Now it's just a long, steady, gentle climb before we get up to the saddle, which is the highest point on our hike today. Ooh, little chipmunk. That is a Palmer's chipmunk across the trail in front of us. And this is the only place in the world where they are found, literally. Well, this is the summit of this particular hike. Just a smidge over 10,000 feet. Quite a view. Mummy's Toe. Bristle cones everywhere up here. Ponderosas kind of fizzle out when you get up to this altitude and you get into this beautiful bristlecone forest. So we descend a little bit, a couple hundred feet down to the rain tree, which is about a quarter mile up here, and it's over 3,000 years old. Just an FYI here, 2.43 miles, and this is where that other user trail would come in to meet the North Loop if you want to do that. I just got a little glimpse of the aspen grove. I think you're gonna like it. Isn't this pretty? Blessed with some beautiful lighting too. This is just gorgeous. Coming up on the rain tree, I won't say much because there's some folks sitting under it. But the rain tree is just to the left of where these people are sitting. There she is. So from the rain tree, we made a right to come down to Mummy Springs. If you went straight, that is a North Loop trail. And there's a trail to the left. I think it's called Trail Canyon. And I think it descends down to the town of Mount Charleston. And the North Loop, of course, keeps on going up to Mount Charleston. I have not done that yet. I hope to get it done before the snow hits. These avalanche chutes are pretty cool. I think we crossed 3 or 4 of them. Not a lot of growth in here for obvious reasons, but really cool. Wow, here's what we came for. It is not going to disappoint either. So, to get your bearings, right up there where the rock is, that's the spring. If you want to hike to the spring, you hike this little offshoot trail, which is 3.05 miles from the trailhead. And you just scramble up to the spring. Well, time to head back to the truck. Hate to leave. Can't spend all day up here, I guess. All right, if you recognize this, I talked about this as we were coming this way, and this is the user trail. And I think since it looks like most of the weather is going to be south of us, we'll do it. Get a little different view for you. See what I mean about the climb? The other route stays fairly flat. This definitely adds some elevation. Let's see if we can see the aspen from here. Oh yeah. Here's the aspen grove where we were. What a perfect day. In every way. No wind, temperature, beautiful, dramatic sky. So lucky. All right, coming off the user trail, back onto the North Loop. North Loop, truck, the original climb. Well, welcome back. We're well into the descent. Get back to the truck. And I didn't realize what a service these video hiking tutorials are. Just ran into a group of people. I've run into several today, as a matter of fact, but a large group. And they'd done a little bit of research, enough to know that they're on the right trail, but they were ready to turn back because they didn't know how much further and what the terrain was like. And so, guidebooks are awesome. Hello. But I think video tutorials are definitely the future. Still kind of feel silly talking to myself when I pass people, but it is a nice thing. So there's probably better ones out there. I'm trying to make the best ones I can, get the most information. So if you like it, hit that like button. Consider subscribing. You'd do me a favor in my fledgling digital creator career. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. We have got 6.51 miles, burned 1,400 calories. That's pretty good. Heart rate got up to zone 4, and we gained 1,929 feet with our max elevation of 10,092 feet. Perfect day for the last week of September. Mount Charleston, North Loop Trail to Mummy Springs. Hope you enjoyed coming along with me, and we'll see you on the next hike. Adios.